Bonjour food lovers! Today we are making a classic French Canadian beef stew, hearty and healthy. We've got everything ready, so it's going to be very quick. Now we start first of all, I've cooked already some bacon, okay? Just about 4 slices of bacon, and I cook it in my pot here, and I scooped it out and kept the fat in my pot. So that's how it's gonna start here with the bacon fat. You don't like bacon? Don't use it. Or you don't have any? Just don't worry. You can just use avocado oil. That's perfect as well. So, but I'm using today the bacon grease to start my stew. It's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna start with our onion. There's 2 onions, just roughly chopped here. So we'll put that in our pot. Just cook those for a few minutes. So while our onions are cooking here, let me tell you about the beef. So here it is. So I bought a big piece of beef. It's called a rôti de palette. I think it's called a blade in English. And so, I cut it in small cubes myself. You can buy the one that's already cubed in the supermarket, that's fine. And so I marinated it for about 3 hours in 1 cup of red wine, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of wine vinegar, and also salt and pepper. That's all. So for about 3 hours. Now I've got this beautiful juice here. I took them out, and I've got this beautiful juice here that we're gonna use for the cooking a little bit later. So I kept that. But first I will start cooking the beef a little bit. So those onions, they look pretty good to me right now. I'll take them out, and I love this spoon because it used to belong to my mom. So I'll just take all our onions out here. Okay, now we start adding our beef, and I'll do it in batches because I don't want them to start boiling. I just want to season them for now. So I'll start adding a little bit of our cubes now. There's a big piece here I wanted to show. So since I bought the big piece of meat, there was a few bits that needed to get out, but I decided to keep this one just for the taste. So of course when we finish the recipe we'll fish that out, but I'll just put that in now for the nice taste of beef. Okay, we'll just get those one out and add the next batch. Alright, for our next batch, I will add a little bit of avocado oil. And I think put all of the rest of our beef here. If you haven't already, it would be time to add some salt. But one thing that I did is that when I arrived home with my big piece of meat, I salted it on both sides very, very generously. Left it like this in the fridge for a day. And then this morning I chopped the cube and put the marinade and added a little bit of salt and pepper as well. So I've got plenty of salt here. So, but it makes a big difference. Smells amazing. Now our oven is ready at 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius. And now we're just gonna start adding everything together and send that into the oven. Okay, so this is ready, and we're gonna add on the previous batch of beef here, and I'm gonna add to this, I have my garlic. I have about 4 cloves of garlic, and since I chopped it a little bit earlier to prepare everything, I put a little bit of olive oil with it so it keeps it moist. But if you just chop it, you can just put it in immediately. But me, I just kept it sitting like this in the olive oil to make it just fresh. So now our garlic, we're gonna add on our onions again, put them all in. Now those onions, they will sort of melt and they will create our sauce that will be in our stew. So we're gonna mix that all together. Now we can add back the bacon that we cooked earlier. So all here, bacon. Oh, it smells good. Oh. I have 3/4 of a cup of tomato sauce here. You can use about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste as well. I didn't have any today, tomato sauce. And we are going to add all our juice from the beef and the wine and the marinade that we have, all in here. Yes, 4 cups of stock. Now I like to make my own stock, of course, and this is chicken stock. Normally I would use beef stock for this. You can buy it at the supermarket, of course, but I made my own and I have chicken stock, so this is the one that's gonna go in today. There's 4 cups of chicken stock. Now we'll add some vegetable. You can add any vegetable that you like, really. Potatoes are really delicious in there. You can chop them in like large pieces. I'm trying to stay more on the low carb side, so I'm using parsnip here. I have 1 large parsnip about this size. Now this is gonna go inside here. I put 4 carrots and I cut them. We want to keep them quite big, all our veggies, because this is gonna cook for 2.5 hours and we don't want them to be mushy at the end, so we leave them in bigger size like that. So I have 4 carrots, the parsnip, and I have also some celery. The onion was much smaller because the onion will disappear. It will be part of the sauce, and then we'll be left with all those beautiful vegetables. I have about 4 stalks of celery as well. Ooh. And then to finish off, some bay leaves. I have 3 bay leaves. I have some fresh rosemary, 3 pieces, and I will add also 3 cloves here as well. I like the taste of the cloves. So we're gonna just sort of make sure that this is all swimming, and it's gonna go into the oven now. What's left to add, but just later, is I have mushrooms that I've already sauteed in the pan, but we're gonna add that just completely at the end because we just like to keep them nice and soft like that. All our ingredients are here, our veggies, our beautiful stock, and of course our beef. And now this is going to go into the oven for 2.5 hours. So we'll see you then. We just went outside for our little walk and came back, and the house is smelling so amazing. So we're going to discover now what's in the pot. Let's have a look. Oh yes, it looks ready. The veggies are very soft, so we don't want to mash them, so that's important to not stir that so much. And I'm just keeping the fire going here because I'm going to thicken the sauce as well. So first of all, during the cooking, I checked at about a mid-time and I added about 1 teaspoon of salt. And now I'm gonna finish it with some pepper here. And as you can see, it's still boiling because we're gonna thicken our sauce. So pepper and a little bit of nutmeg. This is just so nice just to top it up. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Smells nice. All right, now here I have 2 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of corn flour, and we're gonna just put that all in here, and that will be enough to thicken our stew, just enough. Yep. Now we have our mushrooms. We just sauteed them a little bit in the pan just earlier, and now it's time to add them all in here. And that's all. Let it simmer just 2 or 3 minutes and we'll be ready to dish it out. Now is the best part. Time to taste. So, let's see. Oh yes, the meat looks, and we'll get just a little bit of everything. Here we are, real comfort food, perfect for a winter day. I can't wait to taste it. Smells amazing. I'm just gonna have a little taste of sauce. It's still very, very hot. Oh, yum. Yes, it is so beautiful, so beautiful. Hope you try this. Bon appétit.